Alrighty, is everything working good today with everything, guys? Please let me know if there's any issues you are noticing with the stream. I am trying to make sure there are no problems, but I could overlook something easily. So just let me know, and we will try to fix that if there is an issue. Okay, we got everything here. Looking good. Alrighty. Oh, this is not working, actually. Don't know why that would be.
So it begins.
There we go. Now we're working here. Alrighty. We are up against a casual game. Okay, guys, this is a casual game here. We got Triple L, 32 OS, an excellent player, going 1v1 up against SalamancanMango, SalamancanMango, and he is a 28 OS. So we shall see a 4 OS difference here. Opening very similarly though, with 3 windmills into a bot lab, but interestingly enough, we end up stalling out on energy here. Not really great. I think that was the cause. Maybe, I don't know. It was quite an interesting stop he did there. We are at 7 seconds to the vehicle being finished here versus Triple. Let's see, he has already got his lab up, which means he is going to have a slight advantage at producing units right off the bat. He is not e-stalling at all, produces 1 extra windmill. We got the same amount of energy production across the game at the moment, with 1 grunt advantage to Triple now. Let's see here. So we're starting off with a slight advantage already, and we're opening with the construction bot over on Salaman's side. He is getting his extra mexes up immediately. That's always a good idea, having a single grunt here of protection, just in case there ends up being trouble sneaking onto his side of the map, which it looks like that will be the case, as Triple's single grunt is running towards Salaman's base. Hopefully he is well prepared. It looks like he is. Take a very simple micro to be able to shut this down, but maybe the grunt will be able to sneak in and do some damage to the construction bot. That is not the case. Shut down instantly. Let's take a look back over at Triple's base here. His commander's pushing forward already, getting some extra mexes up, while his con turrets are boosting his lab, getting a decent amount of windmill, and working on that 4th mex here. Very good to see. I would say that he could be in a better position than Salaman at the moment, just with having all those construction units out and plenty of energy at his disposal. Let's check the economy. If you look up in the top right corner, you can see that Red's energy production is slightly above, along with his metal production, slightly above Salaman, and that could end up being a problem as the game continues. We see a light laser turret here for defense of his base. That's an excellent idea, especially in a 1v1 situation where you never know if one of the enemy grunts could sneak past your front groups of units and cause some eco damage. So excellent play there. Always good to pay the LLT tax, as it is called by many. And we got another LLT. It looks like we might be hitting a slight APM stall here with no commander movement at the front. Getting a radar up, not a bad decision, so that we can get valuable intel on if there's more enemies across the map. Now, one benefit of the fight being on Salaman's side is the fact that he has control of all this metal. This might not seem like much. There's only, what? Let's check here. How much metal is this? It's only 100 metal, but 100 metal is 100 metal. And in the early games, you want to get as much metal advantage as you can. So we will definitely be thankful for that 100 metal plus sitting on his front doorsteps there. Now, one issue we are running into is Red is still mass producing larger amounts of economy. His metal is up to 16 per second versus Salamans at 14 per second. Triple getting all of these mexes, capturing a very juicy area at the very beginning, while it looks like Blue is getting some scouting off, being able to see exactly what's going on over on red side of the map here. So he knows that he has a bit of an advantage already based on the amount of metal that he has coming in. We got some thugs coming in on the commander. This could be bad if the thugs are microed properly. Even a couple of them can shut down the commander, and it looks like the commander is getting hit on all sides. Not the best decision here. I would definitely try to avoid taking that much flanking damage. We're still at half health with the commander though, so it's not the end of the world. He just has to be very careful. Commanders do heal, but they do not heal fast. It takes some time, and the game could be over before it's even begun here. Thankfully, shutting down that last couple thugs there, very good to see. But will he be able to maintain the advantage? We still got so much metal here on his back line. He has not brought to the front at all. He hasn't made any res bots, which I am very surprised of. Having a couple res bots out on the battlefield at this point in the game could be very beneficial, especially since all of those units are within his area. He should definitely try to take full advantage of those corpses. And we finally see some coming out here. These cute little bodies looking very harmless and adorable, but really they are quite a big, powerful unit on the battlefield. They are able to double, triple, quadruple your entire army's size in a matter of minutes if used properly. So glad to see it. We're going to be seeing some thugs coming up, resurrected, I'm sure, in a matter of time. And we got some more thugs marching in on this side. Taking a look at the economy once again, we got 450 energy for Blue. He is starting to outscale Red on the energy side, and also he's maintaining a decent amount of metal income. It's not, there hasn't been a large change on that side of things, which is quite interesting actually. I would have expected there to be a little bit more, and it looks like now they are tied for metal as the commanders are in a face-off position here with multiple turrets on the front line, while there are thugs being pushed on the side here as well. Hopefully these guys are able to take down this force of thugs. It doesn't look like it's going very well for Blue here. Salaman might need to end up getting some heals on his front line rather than just letting it collapse. We got Red coming in from behind and starting to do resurrection on the units that have fallen. This is where the game could get completely devastating for each other, because as Red begins to repair and resurrect his units as they fall behind him, Blue is going to have an increasingly more difficult challenge in front of him, trying to break down these units. He's feeling rather cornered off, building only grunts really to manage against these thugs. The commander being cornered in a rather rough position. Hopefully he gets a chance to snipe down some of these thugs here and get that resurrection bot out of here. Thankfully they did. That was very good. But now we're losing the frontline position here as a couple thugs sneak through this side. And I'm sure we'll be seeing possibly some reclaim, maybe? No, looking just to get some of these metal extractors. So Red knows the power of his resurrection, and he is going to be leaving these corpses for the resurrection as he continues to gain the advantage. The commander's getting incredibly weak here. He's down to a quarter of his health, but able to shut down the units that are coming at him, thankfully with the help of a couple light laser turrets. We got more res bots coming in for some healing on the commander. I would think it might be more important though to get some resurrection. We are missing out on the resurrection. We have plans over here in the meantime of building up large amounts of turrets and metal extractors on the hills over here, whereas Blue is just being pushed and held at bay, not able to really make any of the same progressions on his side. Red is already planning to take over the entire map that is left, and poor Blue's construction turrets are faltering as they are being pushed in. The micro is just so intensive for Triple right now. He is doing everything he can to gain every ounce of advantage, and he is doing pretty well at it. Triple is low on health though. We have resurrection bots going through, causing some damage to the commander, or not damage, but healing the commander and healing the frontline units, while Triple's commander is taking large amounts of damage here. A little bit of micro misplay, it looks like, from Salaman, unfortunately, as the I don't know what he might have been busy with his economy here. His economy is looking great. Plenty of windmills coming up. No energy converters, which I am very surprised to see. That is always sad to see. If you are running low on metal, it could be nice to have some of those energy converters to get the absolute max potential that you have. We don't really see that many units. We're starting to run out of forces here, it looks like, on the front line for blue, and he is going up against piles and piles of thugs. Not really good to see. Those turrets, those light laser towers, are just going to be shred through by thugs. No match for them. As we bring in a huge group of grunts, blue obviously being a large believer in the grunt, maybe more so than he should be. We'll see. And we got more resurrection coming out. Okay, let's take a look at the economy once again. We are at red with 21.9 metal and blue at 21.8 metal per second. It looks like somehow blue got into the back line here, and I missed this. He did some devastation to the economy back here, shutting down some build turrets and getting some of the windmills destroyed. That is a huge hit. And that drops the red economy, as far as energy goes, all the way down to 400, 450. And as they're trying to get that fixed and sorted out here, blue's economy is at 500 energy right now per second. So that is a huge deal for blue. As we're pushing in, getting some ground gained actually on the front here. It's pretty incredible to see. I did not expect this turn of the tides. Blue's massing armies at this point, forces in multiple areas, very well microed as well, where we have, you know, not just doing fight commands with, you know, groups 1, 2, and 3, but rather having sectioned groups off where we have certain amounts of units grouped together, like thugs and pawns on one side of the map, and certain amounts grouped together on another side and another side. This is an excellent way to play 1v1s. You definitely want to split up your forces. The question is now, will blue be able to handle these vehicles that are coming at him? I don't know if he was expecting this type of damage here. It's going to be tough to go up against the vehicles head to head like this. We're sending in a raiding party, it looks like, on the center side, the center lane here. Hopefully they can make it all the way to the back base, because if they can shut down the energy that red has coming in, they can do a massive amount of economy damage there. They'll be able to survive no matter what type of units that red is producing. They'll just be able to outscale, and it looks like they have made it into the base here, doing massive amounts of damage, blowing up tons of windmills. They need to shut down those construction turrets as quick as they can, getting into the back line. It looks like he's failed a little bit on the micro here, and the windmills are separated, so it's hard to kill a bunch of them, but it is doing plenty of damage. Lots and lots of grunts in here, and a couple thugs. The construction turrets are basically down. There's only a handful of them left, and red surrenders knowing his fate is sealed. What an excellent match. Good job to Salaman as he gains his free point, because that was not an official match, but it was a fun one and a good one. Well played. Well played, sir. Excellent job. Alrighty. Let's see. Maybe we've got some other games opened up here. We're going to do a refresh on the match page and see what we got, because I'm not entirely sure what is going to be going down after this. I'm gonna do a refresh on the matches and we'll see who is in the next rounds, assuming that they have been updated. So we got a couple people. Nebuchadnezzar's fight is still going on, it looks like, or at least it has not been updated. So we'll try to catch a peek at Nebuchadnezzar's game and see how it plays out.
I don't think round two. Yeah, matches are still
pending for round 2. I'm going to try to add a screen grab for you guys there so you can take a peek at what I am seeing here. Hopefully without too many commercials in it. Unfortunately, that is something that we are getting a lot of with the type of website we are dealing with here. Let me get this set up for you guys. Screen grab. Source. Yeah, it's always a fun time trying to grab screens here. Let's try to shrink this down to an appropriate size. Come on now. Come on. There we go. That way we get only the most valuable information. Okay, there we are. And when we refresh, it should update everything. I hope you guys enjoyed that casting. I did my very best to make it interesting for you all. There we go. This is our placements so far. They have not been updated. We got a couple wins, couple losses. Let me go ahead and take a peek at it myself on my larger screen here. So it looks like we got Vendor, who has won, or I think that was a default against Jito Man, because he did not, it was a no-show, and then Batana was had a no-show as well, so they had a default win. Salaman had a default win. Space Dogeman had a win against his Beta Brick, able to do some extra unique things there. Very good to see. Sorry guys, I am falling apart over here. There we go. So we got Space Dogeman, he had a win there. We got Beast Eater, who had a win against Contra. Or no, Beast Eater got a loss against Contra. I think Contra is one of the higher level players, so that is not too surprising to see. Extra Button and Kirito have not finished their match, it looks like. They are waiting still. Factor, X Factor, and Barcast. Looks like Barcast got eliminated, unfortunately, so that'll be an interesting game to see in the future. Definitely cool to see some of these people's matches coming through. It looks like we only have one more game left to come in. Nebuchadnezzar losing against Jinxer. Jinxer moving on to the second round. Interesting to see. Alrighty, let's see if we can get some updates on the number 1 game, the first game, and see what we got there